Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. I found another piece of legislation, bipartisan, that is starting to bubble up here on Senator Marco Rubio's website. And it looks as though it's got bipartisan efforts here with Senator Ossoff. And I wanted to read this to you and kind of kick it around, see what we got going on, and see if this is something that we want to support. If we want to support it, we have to reach out to our elected officials and let them know, right? Quiet mouths do not get fed. If this is something that we believe in and want to support, reach out to your congressional members, both on the House and Senate side, and let them know that you support this piece of legislation. I'll give you the name of it now. Relocation Assistance for Military Families Act. Love to dive into this a little bit, give you kind of the overview on the press release, and go from there. So please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. And look, remember, not everything is going to absolutely impact us. Remember that every benefit that we have today was on the back of veterans that came before us and helped pave that way. It's up to us to essentially pay it forward and do the best we can to help those that come behind us. And in some of these cases, look, it's our children, it's our grandchildren in some cases that will be getting out of the military. And at the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters. So, which is kind of a weird dynamic. I mean, my son joined the Air Force, and now he's not only my son, but he's also my brother, right? In that kind of a way, which is great, not in some sort of weird way. Anyway, so let's jump into this. It's because I could just see some sort of a joke that can be made there. All right, anyway, I'm tired, but I got my rooster hat, and that helps. May 9th, 2024, Rubio and Ossoff introduced Relocation Assistance for Military Families Act. Let's read through it here. Military families face significant challenges when moving due to a permanent change of station, PCS. The U.S. Department of Defense has several programs to address these challenges, such as finding a new home, establishing healthcare providers, and changing child care centers. However, the effectiveness of these programs and whether military families are benefiting from them is unclear. U.S. Senators Marco Rubio and John Ossoff introduced the Relocation Assistance for Military Families Act to evaluate the programs available to our military families during PCS and direct DoD to develop a best practices guide to assist service members moving to high-cost areas. Very smart. I'm glad so far. I don't see anything wrong with that. There's so many programs and assistance and different things that are created that are just crickets, right? They're not being utilized the way that they should be. There's some sort of a miss, right? They're not connecting. They're not sliding into place the way that they should be. And, so I'm glad that they're looking into this type of stuff. So there's two bullet points / quotations here, one from Senator Ossoff, one from Senator Rubio. So let's jump into those. Our service members sacrifice so much for our country, including stability. More than 400,000 service members have to move every year due to a change of station. My bill would ensure the DoD has well-known, helpful programs to help military families in their transitions. Senator Rubio. I agree. Yes, should. Moving on, next bullet point / quotation here from Senator Ossoff. Service members and their families make tremendous sacrifices to keep our country safe, and many face frequent moves across the country and around the world during their time in service. That's why Senator Rubio and I are introducing this bipartisan bill to strengthen relocation assistance programs and ensure they maximally benefit our heroic service members and their families, Senator Ossoff. So, outstanding piece of legislation so far, from what I can tell. That is something that needs to happen. And for those, look, it doesn't matter if where you're moving to, if it's in the U.S., it's always disruptive. It's hard for the spouse. It's hard for the children. It's hard to make a career doing that. Oftentimes, the service member, as you know, feels torn between providing a stable life for the family and providing their services for the country and fulfilling their obligations and trying to make a career out of it. So there is there's a definite tug there, and anything that the DoD can do to make it easier for our service members, the better. I'm going to take this moment to kind of transition a little bit because we're talking about PCSs and moves and all that stuff. I'm going to mention a couple different things here. For active duty folks, if you are to get out of the military on a medical type of a discharge, you would be going through your medical evaluation board, and you're going to at some point have the election of either LDES or IDES. So that's the Legacy Disability Evaluation System or the Integrated Disability Evaluation System. Now, most people will choose IDES, that's the integrated one, because what that does is it integrates in a VA claim through the process. Important to know, just to have that in the background. Okay, why would you not want to select IDES, the integrated version where you're doing a VA claim along with your medical discharge? Well, there could be different circumstances. Maybe, let's say you have a family member, a mother, father, whatever, somebody that you're going to have to take care of when you get out, and time is of the essence. If you need to get out quickly, LDES would be the better route to go. Or let's say that you found a job and they want you to start as soon as possible, and it's a great job, high paying, all that good stuff. You're not going to have to rely on VA disability compensation right out the gate, and you can work on that kind of as you get out and start your new job. You can work on the VA stuff. If that's the case, then also LDES, if you need to get out quicker, is a faster approach. So the Legacy Disability Evaluation System allows you to do that. So you just want to keep those two things in mind. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about BDD. That's Benefits Delivery at Discharge. So if you're not medically discharging and you're just naturally, organically discharging from the military, whether it's retirement or just you did your 4 years, 6 years, however long you did, and now you're getting out, don't forget about benefits delivery at discharge. The BDD claim process allows you, as the transitioning service member, to file a claim up to 180 days out from your discharge date. Okay, not your terminal leave, but your actual discharge date. So it's anywhere between 3 to 6 months is the window. Now, if you only have 2 months left, you're out of the window. It has to be 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there. My suggestion, the closer you get to that 6-month mark, the better, right? I would much rather file a BDD claim at 6 months versus 3 months, because it allows the VA to have a little more time with your file, with your claim, and hopefully have your claim processed and finalized, fully adjudicated, and have some back pay in your pocket within a month or two of your discharge. That's the ideal circumstance. So keep that in mind. One last tidbit. Anything that you get diagnosed for while you're in service is absolutely the best thing that you can do to help your claim, because you're establishing a nexus, the link between the time you served and your condition. If you are diagnosed during your time in service, the nexus is there already. That creates the nexus. So get diagnosed for every possible thing you can think of. Even if you've already filed your benefits delivery at discharge claim and you come down with some new condition, or you find something else out, or you just didn't have a chance to make it to those additional doctor's appointments before you filed your claim, make sure you do that. Keep documenting, keep going to the doctor, whether it's a civilian provider or military, doesn't matter. It's the dates that you were seen, ideally during your time in service, entry date, exit date, a bunch of diagnosis dates right prior to your discharge is totally fine and preferred when you're filing your claims. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.